Introduces the showdown. Yeah, we get funky in the house.
Wowee, what an excited man up there. Okay, 4 rounds, USA rules. Set for welterweight. Occupying the blue corner on my left, wearing red trunks with white piping, from Greenvale, Melbourne, Victoria, 19 years of age, 6 bouts. 10 days ago won the Victorian AFF Full Contact Super Lightweight Championship. Under the guidance of Jamal Hassan, would you welcome Tibet Hamza. Tibet Hamza in the blue corner. Occupying the red corner, part of the Dana Goodson Fitzroy Stars Gymnasium, a fighting brother of former fighter Jim Tetoros, who won the opening bout of the evening. He's the VABA Victorian Amateur Boxing Champion, WKA Super Lightweight Champion of Australia. 6 bouts, 6 wins, 5 by knockout, scaling 67.1 kilograms. The Terror, Nick Tetoros.
So we're looking at 3 2-minute rounds, and we have coming out of the blue corner Tibet Hamza, and he's a 19-year-old from Greenvale in Victoria, up against a 21-year-old Nick Tetoros, of course the brother of Jimmy, who we saw a little earlier on in the night. Nick the Terror Tetoros, the WKA Super Lightweight Champion. He's had 6 fights for 6 wins. 5 of them have been by knockout, and I have at the record of Tibet, but only some 10 days ago he won the Victorian AFF Super Lightweight title. I did hear on the grapevine that Tibet has only taken this fight on some 24 hours notice, so
yeah, both boys being from Melbourne, it was hard to get the crowd going there, so I hope their fighting abilities are respected by the crowd.
Wasn't it? Yeah. But
just 2 Melbourne fighters and hardly any response from the crowd, but hopefully if they fight strong, we'll turn the crowd and get them to enjoy Melbourne fighters, because we certainly enjoy New South Wales fighters down in Victoria.
And both boys very good exponents of the kick too, and I think this will probably be the best kick fight we've seen all night. At the moment, Tetoros it is. Coming in, up underneath, both boys into the corner, the blue corner now. Tetoros right on top.
Both fighters going high.
Young Turkish lad, yes. Good kick to the midriff there from Tetoros. And again, following it up with a good left round kick to the back there of the young Turkish fellow. Ooh, that took the feet from out underneath him. And Tibet scoring well. Let me look at these boys. They are getting good elevation, Bob.
A lot of legs firing.
Good elevation with their kicks at the moment.
Once they have a few fights, they know that if they maintain a fair amount of high kicking during a round, that's going to give them an edge if they have a problem with the hands, because the kicks score so much higher points. So while they're nice and fresh in the first couple of rounds, it pays them to throw those high kicks up.
Well,
Tibet seems happy to go down.
Nick's working on him, and plenty of high kicks, and
Nick's going up a lot higher, so they're scoring more points.
Tibet coming up fairly well though, but he's one of these type of fighters. He looks to stand back and pick his mark, and if Nick's kicks go astray, he works in underneath and takes the feet from out underneath him.
He's letting Nick get off, isn't he? He's holding back and giving Nick that advantage to take the first lead move.
I suppose, correct me if I'm wrong, Bob, but even though we both don't agree with these shin guards and boot protectors, but I suppose looking at it in centre ring here at the moment, does it give you that little bit more incentive to know, hang on, it's not going to hurt quite as much, I'll let fly with a bit more?
Yeah, but the problem is their shins don't develop, and in the moment they fight anywhere in the world except Sydney, their shins suffer and they don't fight so well.
Well, that's the end of round 1. An interesting opening.
Very fast and furious round.
And Jamal Hassan now laying it down to Tibet Hamza.
When I said go in after you heard him, why don't you go in? You heard him watching him. Don't do that. You heard him get into you.
All right, Jamal, basically I think trying to say, Bob, that when you're hurting him, you're not following it up, you're not going in.
Yeah, he's tending to counter and hold back and let Nick get off, and he's letting Nick bridge that gap, and that's what loads the power up.
Bang, bang, baby. That's it.
And a little bit of cat and mouse at the start of this second round. And Tibet Hamza using all of the ring.
So one thing about the Tetoros is they scare you before they even start fighting. They both look like a couple of young fighters, don't they?
Beautiful build. And
Tibet's lean though, isn't he? There's no body fat at all on Tibet.
referee telling Tetoros to keep his punches and his kicks up a little higher. And good left and right to the body, but Hamza coming back with good work with the feet.
You'll notice the longer trousers that Tibet's wearing is something to do with the religion. They don't like to wear short pants. And we asked them not to wear long pants, so they went halfway. They're wearing those trousers almost down to the knees.
The best punch of the fight so far coming from Nick Tetoros, catching young Tibet Hamza, and now starting to move into him. But he's worn that fairly well. Ducks the head into him, looking for a punch over the top, but nothing happening. And just working on the outside thigh, now working with an inside leg kick. And at the moment, I think the red corner we'd have ahead. But in this business, Bob Jones, you can be ahead 1 minute and be sort of looking at the lights the next.
Someone was saying to me today earlier, it's like when you watch a basketball match and they get 10 or 12 points ahead with only a few seconds to go, you know there's no way that other basketball team can win. But in this sport, you can be miles of points ahead with 2 seconds to go and all of a sudden you can lose.
Well, that was an unusual set of circumstances there. The count being put on young Tibet Hamza there. He's coming with a fairly good left hand, and then young Nick Tetoros has counted just as quick. Now, can he finish it off? No, the bell. And Dana Goodson now will be working overtime on young Nick Tetoros. They can sniff victory.
Third and final round.
We're right into the third and final round of this three-rounder. And
I'd say with that standing 8 count that Nick scored in that second round and some of the better placements in the first and second, he's probably got a slight edge at this point in time. But Tibet's certainly got plenty of speed and snap lift in his shots, so he could turn around.
He's very accurate with his kicking, but comparing the two fighters together, young Nick's got a lot more power. And now Tibet coming back with left and right. His corner before, Jamal Hassan before was telling him when he went in, he wasn't finishing the work off. Now he has 1 round to try and pull this fight out. And the voice you can hear in the background there is young Jimmy Tetoros, the brother of Nick, telling him to sharpen up, keep it tight. And has young Hamza on the ropes. Left kick. The round kick just a little off the mark. Now young Tibet coming back, but not a lot of strength in the kicking, Bob.
No, and also I think all night, the whole 3 rounds, Nick Tetoros has gone higher with the kicks. He's above the waist. 90% of the time he kicked above the waist.
Well, we have a problem here.
These stupid bloody foot pads and shin pads again. Thank goodness for New South Wales being the only state that we have to wear these things.
No instructions.
Well, the crowd not reacting at any stage at the moment, maybe because they're New South Welsh men and they realise that it's their law.
Well, they're used to this, yeah. I mean, it happens every night, I suppose, when they fight.
And
the Melbourne audience wouldn't allow this, do we? They're used to the fast fighting. But the rest has helped Nick Tetoros as well. So it wasn't just one side. They both had a good rest there.
well,
Look at this for swapping combinations.
now the crowd's starting to come to life a little bit now. This is the final round and not much of it left. And Tibet Hamza coming in underneath with a kick now, following up with a left hand. And just catching him a little bit off balance. The kick came through and followed up with a punch.
There was a kick takedown though, wasn't it?
Because
There was a kick takedown.
there was a kick takedown, but he followed up with a hand that just put him on the way down.
Oh, right.
So I think we'll find it's probably more off balance than anything too, Bobby. We'll await to see what the judge's decision is here, but both boys probably showing that their kicking ability is better than what we've seen so far tonight. But just have a look how uncomfortable he is there with those boots walking around in there at the moment.
They look messy.
Here we
there,
have a
don't
look at the closing stages of the fight there. There's a right hand there from Tibet. And trying to come back there was Nick with a kick right up underneath the rib cage. There it is.
Even in slow motion. Oh, that was a
it's
kick.
the other way around. So he's kicked him and fallen off balance, and he's put an 8-stand count
I don't
on
think there was any need for the referee to take that to an 8 count. That could have stopped on 3 to 5. It's
Yeah.
for a good knockdown. He's called it a knockdown. He's sent the fighter now. He's got an option. He must go to 3, but he took it all the way to 8. Look, Nick Telakouris here doesn't look like he needs an 8 count. But it's the referee's decision, and that's what they're there for. But even that's equalled it up. I mean, they've had an 8 count each. Let's see if we can stick our necks out. As I said, I'm wrong 9 times out of 10, but I'll go for it again. I think Nick Telakouris threw too many high kicks in this fight.
Okay, well, I'll have to announce it. The winner from the red corner, Nick Tetoros.